Hey guys, I got a message from Katie a couple days ago, and she said just everyone was sad, everyone was in the dumps, people were injured, they had broken bones, and just no one had any morale. No one had a will to keep wrestling or keep going. It it seemed really rough, and it really resonated with me. On my last year wrestling, I was really just depressed. I was dealing with like a lot of stuff, a lot of personal stuff, a lot of a lot of bad things were happening in my life, and it really got me down. I didn't want to keep wrestling just because I just didn't see why. It was really selfish of me to think that because I just thought, oh, I'm hurting. Oh, it's so rough right now. I could cut this out, and my life would be 100 times better. Or I thought, oh, the wrestling program is making me so sad. The wrestling program is just, you know, all these awful things that aren't true. They're just lies I was telling myself to make myself feel better. And I'm really, really happy now that I stuck with it. I muscled through it. I muscled through J Rob. I muscled through 4 years of wrestling. I got tons of medals. I got tons of friends now. And I got to meet all these great wrestlers. I got to meet all these great coaches. And it really makes me happy to know that I bought into the program. I stuck through it. And a big part of wrestling is buying into the wrestling program. You know, you may not think about it, or you may not really think that the coaches have your best interest in mind, that they don't know what's best for you, or that your parents do, or that you do, that you can take a day off from school because there's too much snow, or you can go out and party all night, and and have a good time, and come back to school with a headache, just really groggy, and then go and wrestle the next day. That's not what's best for you, because it may seem good now, but when you're in my shoes and you've been in college for 2 years now, and you're looking back on it, like, when I come back, I have all my medals lined up in my room. They're all in little cases, or they're on a shelf, or it's a T-shirt that I can't fit into anymore. You look back on it, and you really don't know the bad. You don't remember the bad stuff. You don't remember 25 burpees. You don't remember Lucky's. I mean, you remember Lucky's, but you don't. That pain isn't in you anymore, and so it gives you a lot of pride to know that you stuck it out. You did what was hard and what other people wouldn't do, and you got something out of it. And that's ultimately like the biggest lesson wrestling can teach you is just sticking it out, doing what's hard because it will give you the most reward. I'm sure coaches told you, there's kids just walking around after school doing absolutely nothing with their lives. And I'm sure their parents think that's what's best for them. But your parents don't always know what's best for you. There's a lot of good parents in the program. The Hans were a great family, and their kids were great wrestlers. And they know what was best for the program. They trusted Charlie with their kids, and he made them into great wrestlers. They also bought in the program, and that's from what I've heard from Katie, a lot of parents think they know better than Charlie, and they really, really don't. The coaches know what's best for you. They're the best coaches in the state. Just It may seem hard, it may seem bad, but and you know, I when I was wrestling last year, everything was awful. Everything was the worst. I hated going to school every day. I hated every wrestling practice. Everything. I got mad, came home, didn't want to talk to anybody. And looking back on it, I mean, it really makes me happy that I kept going. I didn't give up. And if you quit now, or if you throw in the towel now, and you go, you'll just lose state. Everyone's going to lose. It's just make you feel even worse. And then you're going to go to college, and I know in my heart that you will go to college, and you will come home, look at all your medals, and look at all your shirts that you bought, and look at your wrestling shoes, and you'll think to yourself, if I had just stuck out my neck for my teammates, if I had just tried a little bit harder and not quit so early in the season, that we could have done better, or I could have done better. And then I know you will. And that's a really bad feeling. I don't know how I would have taken it if that was me. And I really don't want to know that. I don't want to know how that feels. And I'm sure right now you might not think it, but you won't like how it feels if you do that. It's not a lot of time. Looking back on it, the wrestling season may seem long while you're doing it, but it's not a lot of time. No, it flies by. In hindsight, it flies by. Just do what your coaches say. They love you. They really love you. And that's why people come back, like me. I said a lot of bad things about the program to myself in my room, or my girlfriend, or my friends. But I take it all back. It was all wrong. It was just me being a pessimist, being an ass. It's the best program in that. It's the best thing I've ever done. And I know you think the same thing now. You're just demoralized, and you can get over it. And once you get over it, it will be the best feeling you can ever have. Because I got over it. And it was one of the best feelings I ever had, to stand up on the medal stand and for Coach to give me my medal that I earned. It was a great feeling. And I look back on it, and it makes me really happy. Just really buy into the program, guys. You'll thank yourselves in the future. Really, just think about. Just don't think about how hard it is, because it's going to be hard. But think about what you're going to get out of this program. It's going to really pay off. And I know it, because it's paid off for me. See y'all later.